Have you ever felt like there's some kind of secret to life that only a handful of people seem to know? A piece of wisdom that just unlocks everything? Well, today we're going to dive into a powerful idea that claims to be exactly that secret.
I mean, it's a question we've all asked ourselves, right? You look around and some people just seem to have it all figured out. Success, money, great relationships, it all comes to them so easily it almost feels like magic. But what if it's not magic at all? What if it's a process?
The thing is, they know something most of us don't. A fundamental principle that quietly runs the universe. And the best part is, today, you're about to learn it too.
So, what is this big secret? Well, it's called the law of attraction, and it's not some new age fad. It's described as a universal law that works for every single person, no matter who you are. And if you really understand how to use it, you can completely change your life. Okay, so at its core, the idea is actually pretty simple. Just think of your thoughts as powerful magnets. If you're constantly focusing on success, on love, on feeling good, you literally start pulling those experiences towards you. But, and this is a big but, if your mind is stuck on fear, doubt, and negativity, well, you attract more of that too. This means that how you frame your thoughts is absolutely everything. Let's take a simple example. If you're running around thinking, I don't want to be late, I don't want to be late, the universe supposedly just hears late. But if you flip it and you start affirming, I always arrive on time, you're sending out a completely different signal. And that shift can change the entire outcome. Okay, so we get the what, but how do we actually use this thing in our everyday lives? Well, the process is actually surprisingly simple. Let's break it down. It all comes down to these 3 powerful steps. First up, ask, and you have to be crystal clear. Don't just wish for more money. Decide on an exact amount. Second, believe. This is crucial. You have to trust with every fiber of your being that it's already on its way to you. Don't get hung up on the how. That's not your job. And third, receive. This means you have to feel the emotions of having it right now. Feel the joy, the gratitude, as if it's already yours.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This can all sound a little out there. So let's look at some real stories that show this process in action.
This was some life-altering advice given to a guy named Robert. He felt like his whole life was a disaster. He was being bullied at work, people were rude to him on the street. He was just trapped in this negative loop, always focusing on what he hated. So Robert really took that advice to heart. He stopped giving his energy to all the bad stuff and started filling his mind with thoughts of being respected, feeling joyful, and being successful. And within just a few weeks, his whole world changed. The colleagues who bullied him were either transferred or left. People started treating him better. The only thing that changed was what was going on inside his head.
And this doesn't just apply to how people treat you. It works for big financial goals too. Just look at the story of Jack Canfield, the guy behind the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. Before all his success, his mentor threw down this powerful challenge. Now, at the time, Jack was only making about $8,000 a year, so setting a goal of $100,000 was pretty bold. He had no clue how he'd do it, but he made a fake check for that amount and taped it to his ceiling. He'd look at it every single day, visualizing and feeling what it would be like to earn it. And what happened? That year, he ended up making over $92,000. So what did he do? He set an even crazier goal. $1 million. He went through the exact same process, and later that year, he got a royalty check for his book for exactly $1 million. His belief literally turned into reality. But this secret isn't just about money or success. It's also about health. And this story is incredible. These are the words doctors told Morris Goodman after a plane crash left him completely paralyzed. They said he'd be on a machine just to breathe for the rest of his life. But Morris, he just refused to accept that. As he was lying there in the hospital bed, unable to move a muscle, he made a decision. He set this goal for himself. He spent his days visualizing himself, breathing on his own, walking out of that hospital, even though every expert told him it was absolutely impossible. And you know what? He did it. This is maybe the most powerful example of the mind's power over the body. First, he taught himself to breathe again, which completely stunned his doctors. And then on Christmas Day, just like he said he would, he walked out of that hospital on his own 2 feet. His belief was stronger than his diagnosis. Look, these stories aren't about special, superhuman people. They're about a power that is inside every single one of us. You are not a victim of your life. You are the creator of your reality.
Really, this all boils down to what you tell yourself. Whatever you put after the words I am, well, that becomes your reality. Think of those words as a direct command you're giving to yourself and to the universe.
So no more saying, I am broke or I am always tired. Instead, you have to declare the truth you want to create. Start using these kinds of affirmations every single day. Say them, feel them, and actually believe them. Because just like a magnet, they will start pulling those very experiences right into your life.
And listen, it doesn't matter what happened up until this very moment, you always have a choice. You can keep rereading the same old painful chapters of your past, or you can decide right now to turn the page and start writing a brand new story. The choice is always yours.
Ultimately, that's what this secret is all about. It's the key to your own unlimited power, and right now, you are holding that key. You have the power of your thoughts, your feelings, and your focus. So the only real question left is, what story will you choose to write?